All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to McBoss Capital live stream. My name is Michael Chu. Today is June 9th, Monday, 2025, at 8:45 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. So we are over 1 hour into the market, and we have opened in the green mostly, except for Dow here. So Nasdaq up 0.4%. Dow is down 0.2%, S&P is up 0.1%, and surprisingly, look at this volume. It is pretty high this morning. So yeah, one word of caution. Like I did mention that in the weekend video, we are seeing more distribution days in recent weeks, which is not a good thing. We are up to 4 distribution days now on Nasdaq, 3 on S&P. So today, if the market do reverse because of the higher volume, we will get another distribution day. So again, it could happen. It may not happen. If it continue to stay strong today and close at at where we are, then we won't get a distribution day. But the worry is that, hey, why are we getting all this volume, but yet Nasdaq and S&P are barely positive, right? Like it's not moving the way it used to. So that's just a small reminder that things have changed a lot lately. And with the distribution days piling up, I think a word cautious, and I have reduced my exposure quite a bit. The other thing also is obviously top rated stocks and top growth stocks are now. I'm seeing some distribution in some of them, not all of them, but some of them. Why is that happening? Usually, I don't like that sign when you see signs of top growth stocks kind of not making new highs no more, while the market is making new highs. That's a diversion. And again, that's another word of caution. So with all this being said, let's look at the market today. It is positive, like right here, Nasdaq, S&P. So let's just jump to the chart right away to look at the QQQ ETF for Nasdaq 100, and we can see we are up here. It's 0.31% for this ETF. So it's just moving slowly here, and we saw Thursday we have a huge distribution day on much higher volume, and then Friday we saw buying coming in but on much lower volume. So once again, that's not a good sign. Why are we seeing higher volume selling but lower volume buying? And today we are getting higher volume, you know, at least for the main Nasdaq right now. So for QQ ETF, it doesn't show its higher volume. So again, there's some divergence here from that perspective. But anyhow, we are holding up. Let's look at the 5 minute chart here. So we've been moving up this morning since this low here. So that's good news. And it also broke yesterday's high. Now, since we broke yesterday's high, we have reversed, so that's not a good sign. We'll see if it hold, but if we do come back down and break this low, that will be a very bad because you know, especially this low from yesterday, because then that will be an outside day and it's a negative reversal. And from this negative reversal, we were able to come back up, but if we go back down again, that's not a good sign. If we look at SPY here for S&P ETF here, the difference here is that we had a negative reversal on Thursday, but we gap up and went higher on Friday, which is a really good thing because we kind of reversed from this negative reversal, which is a good thing. So now we have this trend line right here. We don't want to go back down because that will be bad. And then we have this low from Friday support level. So all these are things to watch out for. Again, this morning it looks like it's already getting weaker. It might break this intraday low here, so that's not good. If it does, and then like I said, if we break the third Friday's low on S&P here, that's also not good. So again, um, anyhow, let's just jump to the stocks on the move here. We do see quite a bit. Okay, wait a minute. I don't know why it's doing this today. It keep disappearing on me. So let's just refresh it. So we are seeing about I think 20 stocks on the list, and which makes sense because usually when you have higher volume, you want to see that. Um, let me see here. Let me just count quickly. 12, 14, 16. So 18 stocks now. So again, um, it's actually weird that we're not seeing 20 with discount volume. So that's another problem, I think. So we have CCJ, TSSI again. This is almost like a. Let me just jump to it right now. Um, Again, this doesn't fall into my like I don't know the future earnings, so um I'm not trading this. But anyhow, this is making a parabolic move right now. So um yeah, if you call it right at this moment here on this bounce on the 10-day, that's probably a good entry point. Obviously, I miss it, but here you go. It has been moving up really nicely. So that's TSSI, TCBI, TTMI. Most of this doesn't fall into my fundamental criteria, so I'm not trading them. TPB, has silver looking very good. Continues the run here. Again, this is another stock I missed on this breakout right here from this trend line. Unfortunately, yes, I missed that. It's up 5 days in a row. SLV, silver continue to hit new high. Let's look at gold here. Gold hasn't moved lately, and so most of the gold stocks like AU, which I feel is the best stock, is just sliding down slowly as well. So, um, and this is probably the best one. So anyhow, other ones that are weaker probably sliding a lot more. So then we have KB and we have Affirm and Upstart here. So we can look at those two at the same time because they're both in the very similar area. Affirm here moving up really nicely. It's definitely extended by now. So if you didn't get it on this bounce here, um, yeah, it's kind of a little bit late. So then Upstart here also moving nicely here. It just went through the 200-day, sorry, the black line right here. It went through it without any problem. So that's 200-day moving average. But again, we are a little bit extended now. So those are the two stocks in that area. Financial stocks here. Once again, this is, let me refresh. Okay, we have CW, KB, Credo, and MU and STX. Let's look at those three here. Credo went up on the gap up earnings. Then it found support the next day at the low here. So far, it hasn't broke this low. This morning we see a bounce, but the bounce very weak in my opinion, because it's below the trend line, right? See that trend line right there. So we'll see if it can, go above that trend line. MU. So these are the MU and STX are two data storage firms that are really moving. Like they're up. Like look at this one, 6 days in a row. Definitely extended by now. And same thing with STX here. It's up really nicely. Um, so quite extended as well. And we have Futu and TSM, SYF, SITM, and Nvidia. So let's look at those tech stocks here. TSM. This one continued to make new high, looking very sharp. That looks good. Nvidia. This one also make new high this morning. Also looks good. Yeah, looks very good. SITM. And this one is coming back out, so that looks good too. Okay, so those are two. Those stocks seems to be moving some of the chips here, so that's good news. Up 4% here. Let me see what else there is. Those are the ones on the current stocks in the move. Let me see if anything else I missed from this morning. So we cover all those here. RCL. Let's take a quick look. RCL. Yeah, it hit new high this morning, but has reversed since. Um, it is a little bit extended, but here's a traditional high, but really the breakout point is the cup with handle here. And since that breakout, it has been moving up nicely. So that's that one. CLS. And this one hasn't moved much at all, which is kind of weird. It was moving this morning, and look at how fast it reversed. So I don't know. I don't like this action. I mean, it's tight trading, but the market when a market is moving higher, is not this is not moving higher. The RS rating is coming down, which is kind of odd. RefG, this one is doing very good job. It gap up on earnings, and then next day it bounced support right there, and then it bounced again. And today it's holding pretty tight once again. Looks good. Let's see here. Talk about passive from Upstart. Let me see other stocks that are making news headline this morning. Let me jump to the news for a second. So you can see Tesla falls again with the Trump spat there. Let's just take a quick look at Tesla, and then there's Chinese stock, Chinese trade stocks in focus today. So maybe the market is holding up because of that, right? And same thing with Friday. So here's Tesla. Make I think there was some downgrade as well this morning. But yeah, it gapped down, bounced back, but it looks very weak, right? The pound. Um, you know, we'll have to see. Like it's below the red line. That's not never a good thing. It's below the 200-day line. It's also not. Those are long-term moving averages, and of course below this really sharp downtrend line right now, which is where the 10-21 day is starting to converge and moving downward right now. So very negative technicals right now. So that's Tesla. Two stocks that was rumored to be on the what do you call on the S&P 500. It didn't make it. I think it was supposed to. They were rumored to be indexed, but it wasn't. So let me go to Robinhood here. So it dropped pretty hard to the 10-day line, almost 6%. It's trying to bounce back right now. We'll see, right? Here's the support level at the bottom, so we'll see if it can find support there. Um, App Loving also got hammered at 4%. It came all the way to 10-day. Again, we'll see support level at the low today. We'll see if it can find support. Right now, it looks like it's trying to bounce back a little bit. But still far away even from the middle range. Um, those are two stocks. Let's see what else here. Um, there's some stocks here that might be in buy zone, but yeah, let's look at Palantir. I talked about it on the weekend. Again, it is not moving, bouncing back very quick. Um, so this is not the action I want to see, especially for a very high, um, you know, highly rated growth stocks. So I don't like this action at all. It's just not bouncing very strong. It can recover, but it's just taking a lot longer. So, you know, but yeah, I don't know. If it right now it's just sitting near the 10-day line, and it's just not making much of a move. On especially on the up this morning on the index. So let's look at Toast. because with toast, we're seeing a firm and upstart moving. This one is also trying to move. It is reversing this morning though, and it's not as strong as the other two, because it hasn't come out of this recent pullback yet. Whereas upstart and Affirm has come out of the recent pullback, make new recent high. So that's one difference. Um, I think those are the main things that happened today. So we'll continue to see if there's any news coming up from the Chinese US trade talk, which they are meeting today. So I would expect there will be some news. Um, Again, the tariff news seems to still drive the headlines. Um, so we'll see. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys all have a good day. And yes, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thank you.